Okay, right. We should be live. Hello to everyone. Oh, great. Good start. Yep. Knocked the microphone. Hello to everyone on the stream replay. And, oh, if you're somehow here live already, welcome to you as well. Today we've got, well, none other than what you see on screen here. This isn't a Switch one. That's old news now, although it isn't to a lot of people. But certainly in all the circles I'm in, it seems like the hype is hit for this game right here, selected right now, Mario Kart World. So we're going to be bringing you a bit of that today here on the stream. You'll notice that we've dropped the day one bit and all the rest of it, week one, etc. Because this is no longer the road to Mario Kart World. This is just Mario Kart World. I forgot to do something I was going to do before the stream, which was add the date in, because there will be a lot of similarly named VODs going forward, so I'm going to put that in. Welcome to Pete, Project Phoenix Productions. Hope you're having a good one. I am going to reset my chat, though, because that is being a bit slow, so one sec. Refresh cache. There we go. Hope it should be good in a second. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good one. Dude brought the welcome tour. It was free. In my case, it was free, Larry. I had a lot of Amazon Japan credits, so that's why. Also, I'm not playing these. This 3 is like cardboard crack to me. These 3 have been like my go-to. Also, now I'm noticing the capture card needs a reset. Goodness me. Can you tell I only just stepped through the door? Yeah, these 3 have been all time consuming recently. These aren't mine. I wasn't playing them, although Groove Coaster is a great game and Toho Spell Bubble I still need to spend some time with. If you like Bust a Move, you'll probably like it. This I'll get to at some point. This, still been playing with friends. This, oh my god, F-Zero GX has been all consuming the past few days. But it's not what we're here for. We're here for Mario Kart World. So I've got to start on the Switch 2 welcome screen here. Anyway, let's get into it. I was surviving, not thriving you. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're doing alright enough in the meantime, that's what counts. But doing pretty decently, all things considered. I always mention this. I tend to go shopping on Mondays, so I stepped back through the door maybe like half an hour ago. Got out here 5 minutes ago, ran back inside, ran back out, and here we are. So a bit frazzled, but otherwise we'll get there as time goes on. And look at that glorious title screen, by the way. Made much, much better by my weird combo of characters. Shopping for the new WarioWare DIY at Tesco? I wish, King. That shit is hot, I agree. Yeah, welcome Larry and King as well, by the way. Hope you guys are having a good Monday, and here we are, the beginning of Mario Kart Mondays. I kind of hoped I'd be able to change out that chat background to the new Rainbow Road. Spoilers. But there's not really any good shots of it yet. The camera mode in-game is very good, but it's very limited in places. Nice updated profile pic. Thank you, I worked hard on it. Are we waiting for some random WarioWare game to make use of the camera the most? I mean, the Switch 2, yes, we've had a camera-based WarioWare game. I'm sure they can make it better than that. Nearly raged at Transform, but Monday has been good. Sonic Transform likes to be like that. Are you trying to do some hard stars on World Tour by any chance? Also, should update my Switch. I mean, there's been quite a few updates recently, so even if you did do it within like the past month or so, there's been so many that you'd have to do it again. Also, strongly agree with the Switch 2 UI looking slick. I have said it before, I do feel like it's a bit of a reinvention of the wheel just for the sake of reinventing the wheel, but it's fine enough, all things considered. Yeah, the camera would be good. Oh, the 3DS one does use a camera. Okay, didn't know that. Not played it. Next one in line is Touched for me. Should get back to that at some point. Anyway, I've not really touched the online mode at all. All I've been doing is a lot of wireless, a lot of local multiplayer, and I did a single friend room. No, I did 2 friend rooms over the weekend, but I've not actually played worldwide, so this is going to be worldwides primarily. On the off chance anyone here does have a Switch and want to join, I will at some point need to make a Switch friend code command. I don't think I have one. It's been a while since I've needed to put one on screen. But otherwise, the room is open. People are free to join. It'll just be a worldwide, so dip in and out. Online play. I'm a Switch 1 gamer. Will it run? Yeah, sure. Ignore the fans, it's fine. So we've got race, knockout, tour, battle. Well, I've already heard horrendous things about the battle mode in this game, to be completely honest with you, so I'm not too interested in that. I'd more likely go back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for that one. Knockout tour, we can do some of that at some point. Very true. Very, very true. Just like taping together a PS2 and PS3, I heard that works as well. But yeah, here we go. Race time. We're already going with the boy. One thing I will complain about with this game is we got loads of characters, as you can see here. There's this nice convenient sorting option. It doesn't save when you quit the game. You have to press X again to go back into this every time, because I want it sorted by character, and it almost never is. It's really silly. But yeah, Wasp Warrior has been my guy. He's not my guy in terms of speed, unfortunately. I don't tend to place very well as him, but it's so dumb that I love it. I've got to represent. Oh, the Workman one goes hard. I'm a big fan of this one and this one as well. Where's the other one? There you go. This one's also great. There's a lot of really good outfits in this game. Like, I'm a huge fan of Birdo's Racer outfit. It's really cool. She's smoothing. There's a lot of as I said, there's a lot of really good outfits in here. Like, look at Bowser Jr.'s Boy Scout outfit. That's really cute. Unfortunately, as you could already guess by now, I've already complained about it enough. No Black Yoshi, so I am a little forced to play as someone else. By the way, DK only having one ult is criminal. What on earth were they thinking? Yeah, that's definitely like that's a bit of a mission, I'd say, in terms of this. Like, I do sorely miss kart customizations. I get why they did it the way they did, and fair enough, but yeah, I do miss it quite a bit. Oh, that is the Striker skin, is it? Or is it just very similar to it? As you can see, these guys get loads of ults. So if you're like a Peach fan or a Daisy fan, you've not got to worry. Yeah, DK is the least ults. Is that the new DK model? Indeed. There you go, you can see that a bit better now. You will forcibly like new DK. He grows on me every time I see him. Still not quite there with like 2D like 2D promotional art or whatever, but now seeing him in game, I kind of get it. Jumpsuit Wario is fit too. This guy's great. Toadette has some good ones as well, like Captain Toadette's good. The both of the... I thought Toad had one of these as well. The conductor outfit's great. There's loads of fun ones. I wish Stry Guy had color variants like Yoshi, but we'll keep going through the list. The babies, Luigi has the least ults, which is really funny to me, because then Baby Mario has the same amount as the other two, but Baby Luigi has two less, actually? Wait, no, Baby Mario is 4 ults, Baby Luigi's 3, and Peach, Daisy, and Rosalina are 5. Like, huh? These guys don't get any because they're villains, which is really sad. Still not got all of them. Still got a couple more I need, I think. Big one is Swooper. These are really, really slow to unlock, by the way. I'm hoping we'll get a couple of the missing ones tonight, but I've done all the offline content pretty much. I've not done mirror mode, spoilers, because they really try and keep that from you. I did one race of it today because I finally unlocked it. But yeah, I've done a lot of the offline content, and not seeing the last couple characters, it's really silly. But yeah, aside from that, I've shown off enough now. Let's wasp it up. Is that 200cc? No. And there's also no Diddy Kong, which I promise is relevant because they said those two things they are considering looking into them, so it is presumed that there's going to be like a free update, basically. Okay, so this is a random lobby, I think. Oh, here we go, the race will start soon. Okay. I did think it would just be like a menu selection on Worldwide. I didn't realise it would also be free roam. Interesting. Hashtag free, I won't finish that. Pricing, question mark? In my Switch 2 stream, it's more likely than you'd think. I have no idea why you need to eat burgers to get the skins, though. I think it keeps it interesting enough, personally. I would have kind of, instead of the usual coins unlock stuff, I would have liked to shop a bit more. That would have been really nice for the vehicles, so I could actually choose what I wanted instead of being random unlock, because I've tested it, because I actually went to an event yesterday where I sat and unlocked a bunch of stuff for one of the event switches, and, like, I don't know. The bike that I got first on my actual Switch, I got last on that person's Switch, so, yes. It is completely random. Is this the 2000s OC Remix vibe people mentioned? It's easily soundtrack of the year, like, that's all I can say. I played like 3 songs from it, didn't I, on Friday Night Show. There's easily going to be like so many more shows full of this. There's like something, they say like 200 tracks in the world tour? By the way, Vancouver Velocity do be slapping. Yeah, something like 200 tracks in the world tour mode, and you've got however many that are also just in the base mode, as is, because there's at least 32, I think. It might even be more than that, as far as I recall. I assume Battle Mode has stuff, I've just not even touched Battle Mode, so I can't confirm or deny. I'm already not doing too great, but once again, as King said, we kind of expect these things. Prefer this mode or the survival one? Definitely this mode. I like the survival one with other people. We did it in co-op today. We both sat through the knockout tours today, and the CPU is just so needlessly aggressive. I think I got through to the final round like 1 time. Luckily, you know, the other player got through a few more times, so it was alright, but I really struggle with like the aggressiveness of the CPU in that mode, where I'm like, actually it's kind of more chill and manageable in versus, but when you get a full lobby together, which I nearly did on Saturday, really fun. That is so true, Larry. Like, you got some free dubs when we played this on Saturday as well, didn't you? You absolutely swept the floor with us, and fair play. But, like I mentioned, Wario is definitely not the best pick here. I've noticed I fall quite far behind with him, as you can see here. I don't think this is like a good combo in terms of, I think acceleration's the important stat people determine in this game. I don't think he has very good acceleration from what I remember, but I love him so much. I have to decide, do I love him or the Rob bike more? And that is a question that I shall be deciding in the coming days. I think it is the Lost Wario. Best in terms of using this bike has been Cataquack, weirdly, so far for me. By the way, if anyone ever tries to tell you there's not... you know, the horns aren't too bad in this game, send them that clip right there. That was 2 right next to each other. What on earth? If I have Flame Gun and hop in a skill gap, would have been much bigger on the Switch, then again it still plays decent. I've not really noticed that much of this so far. Like, there definitely is some advanced techniques and stuff in terms of... I'm sure people have already seen the video of, like, the question mark block or whatever, and people, like, parkouring off certain bits. There's definitely levels of that to this, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was in, like, 8 Vanilla or anything. It's probably about on par with 8 Deluxe. Also, good lord, Lightning's OP, okay. Lightning always is OP in Mario Kart, but I've just seen it for myself there. Nope. That guy keeps getting Megas. What's going on? Oh wait, no, there was a different Mario, but I'm pretty sure that guy has still got 1 previously as well. Also, someone's already playing meta. That Bowser up ahead, that's the meta combo, by the way, so people have already figured it out. It didn't really take all that long, so enjoy seeing that in all your lobbies, I guess. Oh, really? So the volume's really low on my end. I hope it's alright on everyone else's. We're already revisiting 8 retro tracks. Yeah, there's a few in here. Moo Moo Meadows is just that quote-unquote iconic to a lot of people that kind of is always going to be in here. So by the way, peep the results there. Used to moan about item balance in 8, so I imagine my mind will explode when I play this. The item balance is one of the weaker parts to me, personally. I will say that. It is, unsurprisingly, because of the 24 players, that's always going to take a little bit to balance. But it is very blue heavy. It's not very shell heavy. It really likes the gold shells, weirdly. But it's very chaotic, especially when you get stuck mid-pack. Like, you can get Mario Karted way easier than compared to other games. And if you've played other games, you know it's pretty easy. What did I say the meta was? Fuck it, I'll play it just to show you. It's default Bowser, because of course they add all these costumes and it's a default. And it is this guy, the baby blooper. Yeah, see, the other guy's playing it. There you go. I'm kind of curious to check this card out with Wario, though, so I might end up doing that, because this card does actually control really nicely. I'm guessing that's part of the reason why it is. So a lot of the time it's like, yeah, pure stats are good, but actually quite often it comes down to, is it controllable? Is that Wario Land music? I honestly don't recognize it, but a very good chance. There is a lot of obscure stuff in here. It's great. Mercedes in, please. I think I banged on about this 21 Who Listen, but I knew they were going obscure when I heard, what was it? It was, one of the random mission mode themes from Mario Kart DS and the credits theme from Mission Mode. I was like, oh, we're doing this. And then I saw there's like Mega Micro Games music. There's a really good remix of the credits theme of Yoshi Story, which is like one of the goats of credits themes to me. It's really good. There's like a lot of stuff like that that's just from really odd sources. Like, for reference, if you listen to VGM Show, the little end song, it's Special World 8 from Super Mario Land. Oh, sorry, Super Mario 3D Land, the non-crown version. That's in there, which isn't that obscure, but it seems to be a remix of the Mario Drawing Song version they made for an online video in 2013. Because, of course, there is. Sure, okay? Yeah, this doesn't seem OP at all. Everything's fine. It's alright, the game balanced itself out, see. Like, 11th isn't as bad as I've had that happen before, but, yeah, it's certainly... Oh, there's another Wasp Warrior in here, fellow gentleman of culture. I saw that one of the tracks might low-key be implied to be part of Saras Land. I'm pretty sure it is intentional. I think the person we were playing it with said that the design should be intentional as far as they can tell, right? Also, really weird thing about these ults, great. Really weird thing about these ults, there's a lot missing that you'd expect. Like, there's no Dry Bowser ult. / Dry Bowser full stop. Like, most of them fit into various themes. So... For example, there's a load of, like, racer-type ones, so I'm guessing that's why it wasn't, but, like, feels like something that you would have as an easy ult, considering, I would have thought, but apparently not. It's the sort of thing other games would have just put into a sub-menu had Dry Bowser not been established since, like, Wii or whatever. Like, 8 would have just made it a sub-option, like, Link and, I was going to say Link and Breath of the Wild Link, but more accurate would be the Animal Crossing Villages or something. Am I happy this is back? Yeah, this is a really good remix, so I'm all here for it. It plays really well in this game as well. Like, I think that's like the common thing, is a lot of the tracks play well in this game. Not all of them play very faithfully. I think the biggest culprit of that is Koopa Troopa Beach, which we might end up seeing at some point. Koopa Troopa Beach is just a circle now. I know it was kind of like that anyway, but it's a tiny circle. It barely is the same track. Compare it to something like this. No, I'm pretty sure it's I'm pretty sure it's Koopa Troopa Beach from the 64. Yeah, compare it to something like Toad's Factory, which is completely faithful, and it's a little odd, honestly. So anyway, I'm going to try out this combo and see how this works. I mostly just sit and do donuts in these in-between times, because there's only so much I can drive around, just kind of like in circles before I get a little bored. Is it Koopa Beach from SNES? I was under the impression it was Koopa Troopa Beach. Anyway, welcome, Jamie. We might see it again on the map in a second, so I don't know. By the way, this track's great. Unfortunately, you don't really get to play much of it unless you outright vote for the normal version, which is something you can't do in Worldwide's here. You're voting for... In Worldwide, you're voting to drive to the track. And then do 1 lap of the track. Whereas in private lobbies, you can choose to do 3 laps of the actual course. You can choose to drive from anywhere on the map to that map. You get a lot of variety, which is something that's not here, seemingly. Which I'm a little sad about, but... Yeah, 3 laps gotta come in the updates. I'm honestly surprised there's not just a more traditional, like, choose it from a menu, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, you can see the free thinkers have come out with the car selections, so I'm not alone in this one. It does control really nicely. That's like a common thing with most of the vehicles I've played. Is only exception is it'll be very weird if you play something like the Mac Bike and discover that inside drifting was killed, because I did that. I was like, oh, I love the Mac Bike in Mario Kart Wii, I'll play as it. Why am I drifting outside? Yeah, no inside drift in this game at all, which is weird when they bring back inside drift vehicles. To be fair, Bike was the go-to in 8. Yeah, it's weird that Kart's the go-to here, but Bike's like a very easy, you know, very easy beginner's choice as well. Oh, it is from Super Mario Kart. It definitely calls it Koopa Troopa Beach, though. I'm going mad. It's okay. That's fine, honestly. I kind of like Koopa Beach. I should have guessed, because it is that music. It's not the N64 music. Nintendo clearly scared to make the bikes even remotely useful again. I think that is part of the issue, and that is also why they got rid of the customization aspect, because it is much less hassle to cut or to balance this in future patches than it is every single little car part and how they interact with each other car part. Anyway, yeah, that's fine if it is the original. I just didn't think it was the one from the SNES, which is why I was a little salty about it, because I thought it was the N64 one, which, you know, was still a circle, but there was a little bit more to it. Yeah, this version doesn't really play anything like Airship Fortress until now. Like, you've been on the Fortress for a little bit, but it's really the final lap where the retro mode kicks in. I'm first. That's unusual. Don't worry, I killed it. It's fine. They just blew their beams way too early in Wii, and they never decided to make them different again. I don't even think their implementation in 8 is necessarily that bad. Like, I feel like it was a good compromise. This wheelie inherently by existing, even if you try to counterbalance it with something, will just always, hey, here's a free speed boost on straights that other vehicles can't do. By the way, most of the tracks have long straights. Is the Piranha Plant item gone? Yes. Also, my apologies if I'm like really bad at looking at chat. This game just has so much more going on than any other Mario Kart I've streamed to this point, to where, like, it's just so difficult to keep an eye on it. I'm getting there, but it will take a stream or two for sure. You can see how much shit was going on right there, for example. One thing I love seeing about online is how Sonic will be doing it better soon, but can we agree that both are/will be good kart racers? Yes, both will have their benefits, I think. I am personally excited for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Having actually played it, unlike a lot of the people doing the dissing, you know, having had the PS5 version beta code, having done that, like, I was never as, you know, unoptimistic for it as some people. The only thing that bothered me about it was the lack of tracks, which we clearly know is not going to be a problem. Arguably some characters not being there, but once again, lack of characters is not an issue in that game. And music, which they've not fixed. The music's still really bad, but, like, after the first couple sessions of that, I'll just turn off the music like I do in Mario Kart anyway, so it's a shame a Sonic game with bad music, but it's not the biggest deal breaker for me. Did we cross off for... Cross off? Yep. Did Beth pop off for Miku in Crossworlds? Not as much as the fake Teto leak, but I don't know. Pretty cool, I guess. Let me double check. Yep, my announcement went out. Cool. By the way, Galaxy Remix is really good as a general rule of thumb. I'm glad it's Ichiban, honestly, because Ichiban's the only one ever shown to be in a kart racer type thing, for one. Two, he's been the series protagonist for 5 years. They just kind of keep forgetting that every time, so I'm glad they remembered that when it came to a crossover. I'm sure someone... Yeah, I mean, I think you said somewhere else, Hedgehog Engine 2 will be the saving grace for it. Also, that's a really good point, Jamie. I hadn't considered that, yeah. The P4 reveal of 5 seconds? What, the cheap, lousy walk cycle? I did. I mean, people were like, oh my god, they've been teasing us with it for like 2 weeks. Like, no, we've known about that thing for months. People just weren't paying attention. Like, there was the website earlier in the year. The vocalist for the original has been liking tweets exclusively about the Persona 4 remake for like a year. Like, we've known about it for ages, so I wasn't like some people like, oh my god, after 2 weeks we finally heard about it. Why was there not more? It was like, I kind of knew there was never going to be more. Just outside of Nick and Minecraft, who are we going to get? I guess, yeah. Yeah, it is the you saw as register the domain thing. I saw a lot of people say it's the sort of thing they stick in because the leaks that happened 2 weeks ago, like, this will have been locked in months ago. Like, there's been kind of elements of that, you know, with other things relating to Microsoft right now. It's like, they will have paid for this, like, 6 months ago. Like, this will not have been a recent thing that was just cobbled together. Well, you know, the trailer itself could have been within, like, the month, but it's not the sort of thing they cobbled together in a week after seeing that some voice actors on Blue Sky weren't in the game or whatever. Like, that's not the reason it's like that. The reason it's like that is because they just don't have anything to show of it right now, you know? That's really it. Like, it's not a damage control type thing necessarily. Maybe more to the website than to the voice actors, you know? As far as I know, the Sega characters are part of the free updates. That's not something you have to pay for outright. Minecraft and others are the season pass, i.e. the crossover characters which have more, you know, presumable complications relating to them. They're the ones that need the season pass, basically. Does Sega include Miku? As far as I know, yes. Or, you know, in this specific instance, obviously generally no. In this instance, yes. I won't be getting the season pass anytime soon. I think that's fair. My thing is, I don't know. The season pass comes with the Minecraft stuff, doesn't it? I guess. I'd like the pre-order bonus stuff, certainly. To be honest, like with every Sega game, I'm not giving them money directly for it. I'm going through CD keys personally, except the Switch 2 version, I'll see how I feel, but even then, like, I might just... I don't know, I might just go for the standard version at that point on Switch 2, personally. I'd like a confirmation of cross-progression. Cross-progression would sell me way more, personally. Also, I was under the impression that Larry didn't get the Switch 2 yet. Sonic Prime characters? More the Werehog, personally. It shouldn't really surprise many of you, though. Not a Werehog stan, but Werehog's a fun character, for sure. I'm waiting until that figurine that America's had for ages we get over here. It's only been like a 3-pack with soap shoes, which we finally did get separate eventually, but I really want the Werehog one, so if Jax can hurry up with that. Yeah, I am fully aware of the ones you're referring to, and it's kind of put me off it a bit as well. Where's my Froggy Racer? I know, I need him. It's probably like... I don't know, can you... Digital Deluxe inherently comes with the Season Pass, doesn't it? It's the sort of thing anyway where I'd just buy the characters I wanted, I think. As long as you got the pre-order stuff with the standard, I'd realistically go standard. But even then, this isn't a situation I'm thinking about until August, so... Don't know, it's very unlikely these mysterious circumstances that are being avoided talking about will have changed by then, but they could. Yeah, it's been 6 months and we finally got the, by the way, this is really fun. We finally got the Adventure Sonic skin the other day, right? That was about a 6-month turnaround, wasn't it? So, I hope that's the case. But, you know, me not wanting to risk it is what drives that entire business model, so... Makes sense, I guess. It works for them. And I know it works for them, that's why they keep doing it, and yes, I am the sucker who keeps doing it in the same way I'm apparently supporting £70 games by owning a Switch 2, I am supporting £70 games, and by owning Mario Kart World, I'm supporting £70 games. So that's why, of course, I got it for £30. That's how it works, isn't it? Yeah, if you're getting it at launch anyway, that... Also, you do bring up a very good point, yes. I mean, I'm personally interested in it. Like, it's the sort of thing I'll stream a few times at least, you know, just to get some lobbies going. Oh no, you paid £430. That's true. Ignore the welcome tour on my home screen. And the Donkey Kong, which of course I am paying £70 for, ignoring the fact it retails for £60, and I already have seen places doing it for 50/less. And they are absolutely going to be the ones getting my money, and not the full price release. But I mean, I'm the sort of person who likes being thrifty, personally, with those sorts of things anyway. Like, I think I've said this before when this conversation comes up. I did bring this on myself, by the way. I never really paid full price for a Nintendo release. I genuinely cannot recall one that I paid £50 for. I've always shopped around. Like, Curry's is always a really good place. Argos has recently been quite good. Yeah, I did, King. Side note, I have Borderlands 2 in my Steam account now. Yeah, I remember you weren't ever a big Switch 2. I remember you were never really like a big Transformed fan, and the other ones aren't going to be the ones to do it for people if they didn't enjoy them anyway, so I get that. I don't think Racing Cross Worlds is going to blow anyone away necessarily. Its definition of you, I'd say, probably a sale game having played it, but you know, different strokes for different folks. Maybe other people will get more out of it than others and vice versa. I know that's the case. Online is always what annoyed me. In what way? Like the state of the online, or the people on the online? Justification for wanting Switch 2 now is I want one. I'm not going to jump through hoops to justify it. Honestly, that is really true. If you just, you know, there are things that people are justifying to themselves that are much worse than I think buying a Switch 2. Like, if you're looking forward to something about it, then treat yourself, you know, at that point. But you can see benefits to it no matter how big or small. And the way up feels worth it to you. Like, there's literally no extra hoops you need at that point, I guess. The extra hoops you need are your own personal enjoyment, you know? I do wonder if Crossworlds will dethrone the Transform PC player base. Not a chance. I'm guessing Mario Kart's just done that at this point. He has it, the FOMO of us all playing it. I don't know, I feel like when I first played it, I was absolutely in love with it. The Grand Prix mode's awesome, to me at least. The free roam's awesome when you've got a group of your friends. The more I've played it, the more I'm like, it's a really good blueprint. And I say this every time, I'm like, I just want some patches. And Sega don't do those. They're non-existent with these sorts of things. I know this game will get the support. Like, my biggest complaint right now is that... What is it? The map system for an open world map just does not work. Like, you can free warp to places and that's great, but you can't set markers, you can't, like, set the map to follow people. You know, you don't really have any good indication of what you've collected around the place. Like, that's such a basic thing, especially when you compare it to something like, you know, like Forza Horizons, the obvious one everyone did when this game came out. Like, it needs those sort of things if you're going to have, like, collectibles dotted all around the map. I shouldn't have to rely on an external map. But, like, unlike something like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which is the rare exception, Sega don't really do that. Whereas Nintendo, I know for a fact this game's getting updates, and most likely at least some free updates for the next however long. So, I know realistically I'm in safe hands. Like, I've got this issue. I think other people will have this issue too. I assume with time I won't have to deal with this issue, you know, kind of that thing. Do I know my PC can handle Crossworlds? More than likely, it would give me some comforts if they already had the specs on the Steam page. You'll be absolutely fine, but I do also get that. Something else I was going to say, and I've just completely forgotten it. So-called free thinkers. Look at the state of this lobby, it's great. We all went right heavyweight, so we should probably play the good heavyweight cart, huh? That's fine. I'm just trying to not get my ass handed to me too much, because I have had, like, 24th experiences in this game quite a few times. So I'm not looking to get too bodied here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting any wins either, but I'm also a little bit of self-preservation here to pick at least a somewhat okay combo. Okay. I get my Wasp Warrior, that's what counts. Like I said, it is so stupid that it instantly just, it stood out to me straight away as this has got to be the combo. Or at least, you know, got to be the core of the combo, right? Also, this is the map we were talking about, right, Illyri, for the Sarasa Land references, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, honestly, being on edge about the Switch 2 upgrade thing was so stupid. Like, I really wish we'd been told. Not the Switch upgrade itself, sorry, but like the whole, is performance actually improved? They didn't show anything in Switch 1 games in the run-up. Realistically, we knew they probably would be, but still was annoying because I was on edge. Like, I've actually, you know, got some games I now want to play on Switch 2. Will they run any better, or should I just play them in the run-up to Switch 1? Sorry, on the run-up to Switch 2, you know? Like, there's just a couple things like that. Like, little grievances. I think the general... I've said this before, it's a combo of Nintendo just being somewhat incompetent. Because I don't think it's flat out not forthcoming. Like, I think incompetence may be a bit of a stretch. It's not that they've not been forthcoming. They've been forthcoming with certain information. But that information is stuff like game key cards, where most companies just wouldn't tell you the game's not on the card. Like, Microsoft didn't outright come out and say Doom Dark Ages wasn't all on the disc or whatever. But Nintendo did outright come out and say, hey, most third-party games aren't going to be on the card. And that's caused a huge issue for them, unsurprisingly, for actually just being transparent about it. And, like, there's just a bunch of other optics things like that. Like, just really, like, absolutely just screwed up completely, to be honest. Yeah, that's just, like, one of the big ones that sticks in my mind, I guess, but it's that and the combination of the misinformation age. Like, what? The games are £80? They're not. One game is £70. The rest of them are presumably going to be 60. Which is bad, but like, I will not deny that. Like, it shouldn't be the case, but you know, all it takes is like one tiny spiral, and it's like, well, they're nearly £80, so why can't I say they're £80? Because if they're 80, then they can go to 90, and if they are 90, they can go to 100. You know, like, it doesn't take much for a thing like that to spiral out of control, right? So yeah, not just swapping a dollar sign for a pound sign is unusual. But even then, I see $90 all the time on the American equivalent. The Maricard's $90. It's like, that's such a basic thing, and I know someone's going to be like, well, it's basically the same. It's like, well, no, it is an exaggeration of the truth. You know? Like, it doesn't make it sound much worse, but it is still worse, no matter what way you try and flip the coin, right? Australians have it well. I mean, Australia is just like a... Australia and New Zealand currency is just repeatedly abused by companies like this. Like, just beaten left, right, and centre in terms of, you know, the actual... what should be the value versus what actually ends up being the value of these things. Like, it's hardly surprising. Yeah, that's the big thing that you've said, Larry. One edition of the game. You're paying outright for a game that you know you are going to play for a long time. For 10 years versus paying outright 60 for a game that will probably... I like Sonic. It will probably have dead servers within... if it's good, 2 years. If it's not good, 1 year. Like, that's the reality of it. You know this game is getting support for a long time. Like, once again, should not cost that, but there are things I am less willing to spend that on, you know, personally. Also, once again, I only paid 30 for it, but, you know, each their own. Boom. Oh, hi, Wario in the Wasp. Oh, hi, Wasp Wario in the blue. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, even if something else comes out this generation, I think it will be fine, you know? Like, if they'd done this on some random single-player game, I would have been like, really? And now I was like, it sucks, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna buy it. Yeah, it was Outer Wilds 2, wasn't it, Jamie? I mean, not personally a fan. I know people who were a fan, but as someone put it, I know the biggest thing I know about Outer Wilds is that it was commonly mistaken for a much more popular indie game. Because they're both really similarly named. I now can't think of what the other game's called off the top of my head, but like, that is the thing that most people know. It's Outer Worlds, isn't it? Yes, sorry, I mean Outer Wilds is the indie game, Outer Worlds is the... Yeah, see, you see the issue here. That is the thing it's most well known for, is not being the other one. See, 10th sounds really bad, but that's actually a really good placement. If I can see myself on this screen, it's a decent placement to me. Yeah, the indie game is infinitely more popular, so to the point where I genuinely just for years thought it was the Microsoft game that people were talking about and didn't realise it was a different game, so £80 for that anyway. See, the problem with that is, I know for a fact that we are due Forza Horizon really imminently, within like next year, realistically. Ugh, that's going to be an £8 game. Oh, $80. See, I'm doing it now. $80, £70 or whatever. Did we have the UK price confirmed yet? I don't know, but I'm expecting that. Once again, I kind of, you know, like, current situations to somewhat... You know what I mean. I don't want to get depressing. You know, I'd kind of like for those things to move along in a positive manner before dipping into a Horizon 6, but... We all know GTA 6 is going to be like an absolute shit show for pricing, so just get ready. Thank you, Rob Bite. Super Mario Land 2, the go? I know. Like, as I said, there's so many good songs on this. I know I linked it to you, Aluri, the other day, just by extension, because it was a shared chat. Someone does just have a 24/7 stream of this going right now on YouTube, and has done since the game came out. Give it a listen, like, just tune in when you're doing random shit, because I said at the top of the stream 200 tracks or something like that in the free roam mode. I think it's 200 plus. It's a silly amount to where you just tune in and you just always hear something different. You're like, oh my god, this is good. Will you be stupid enough to play for cheat? Jamie, the thing is, we could all sit here and call you stupid, but there will be millions of people like you, and that's exactly why it is the price it is. Not because they think they can get away with it, it's because they can get away with it. Once again, if you enjoy the game and you feel like you can get that value out of it, then it's really whatever, you know, like, I don't care. Like, people spend their money on far more wasteful things all the time. Like, that's what you find entertaining, then I can't complain at your decision. But yeah, gonna need this OST on the Walkman. There are people recording it, which is how I was able to bring you the VGM shot on Thursday. People, if you go into photo mode in free roam, it gets rid of all the background sound effects. So that's how it's been being done. But yeah, it's a very slow process. Realistically, Nintendo might get to it on Nintendo Music. I say that because the knockout mode proves that all the songs have an endpoint. They don't just fade out or whatever when it goes to the next song, like they kind of do in Grand Prix. All the songs in knockout mode have a definitive end before the next song starts. Which makes me think there is at least some sort of plan to do something with that. Because that feels like a really unnecessary thing if they're just intending to loop. Oh, you're getting a copy of Freedom Planet? Very nice. I'll play Freedom Planet 2 at some point. I liked the first one enough, but I was never like a, you know, like a big deal for me. I remember being very intrigued by the original Sage demo, because it was kind of back when I first got into like a lot of hacks and mods specific, of the hacks and fan games specifically. Ooh, I actually didn't know there was an official soundtrack released for Freedom Planet 2. That is nice to know. Yeah, but Freedom Planet, the first one, like Sage 2012, that was back when I first noticed it, and you know, seemed pretty chill. Ended up getting it, enjoyed it enough. It was actually my first Steam game, fun fact. I'm not a Steam veteran or anything like that. Yes, Larry. There is a release on Bandcamp. Okay, because when I tried to cover the game initially, I had to rely on pulling game files out. So that's actually good to know. That's how I found out about Freedom Planet. I think I saw Freedom... I don't remember. I think I knew about Freedom... There's part of me that wants to say it was the cameo in Sonic after the sequel, but that was the year after, wasn't it? So I feel like maybe it was 2013 I found out about it. I don't remember. I don't think that was the first time I heard about it, but I certainly remember seeing that when it came out and thinking it was a big deal. Maybe it was the year before. Ooh, medallion, please let me get oh. Never mind. Starview Peak's a really good one, sorry. First game I bought, well there you go. Yeah, summer 2014. Because I got my first laptop. It was my 12th birthday. Yes, it was my 12th birthday. Oh boy. Scott Pilgrim EX does look good, to be fair. Like, there's been a lot of interesting stuff for me this last week, for sure. Like, as some people have pointed out, a lot of stuff that we'd already seen before and knew of its existence, but that was like a genuine surprise. That was quite nice. Also, Stranger Than Heaven, like, is on track for, like, Game of the Decade. It looks so good. I know we've seen so little of it, but what we have seen has seemingly been an engine. So, I don't know, it just is ticking the right boxes for me. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to respond to that, to be completely honest with you. So the vocalist in the Stranger trailer sounded familiar. What, the first one or the second one? The first one's Mitsuyoshi. I assume that's the joke, but the second one, I honestly don't remember. Oh, second one, the female vocalist. I don't know. I'd have to re-listen to it. Oh. Well, now I need to know. Did you check out my Not Sonic video today? Sure thing. Are you still doing daily shorts? Because I know you missed a day or two recently of uploads, right? But you still aiming for daily shorts, right? You know what, Ilari, ask right now. I'm sure she's up to nothing better, right? Nothing ultra important. Normally much more than me. So. Oh, you haven't missed a day. Sorry, I thought you did miss a day. Was it just that the recording didn't work or something? Because I assumed that meant it wasn't... Oh, I assumed the recording not working or whatever it was you said meant the upload wasn't going to happen or something. That's me misconstruing things or trying to read something. Not read something else. I probably had something else on in the background at the same time while reading. It's a common occurrence. Oh, right. Okay. Did you resolve the issues from last night's SMD? I didn't do shit. That's the great thing about being an administrator / boss or something. No, I'm kidding. So from what we can tell, there was an issue on the server end, but that was not the cause. But the issue on the server end was fixed. That wasn't what caused Rexy to come through. What caused Rexy to not come through, as I think she said, so I should be fine to say, is she did some sort of... She enabled the security module on her computer to get ready for a Windows 11 upgrade, and somewhere along the line that disabled a bunch of audio-related stuff. So because of that, she was sending a silence, and the stream has a system in place where if it's detecting silence, it just won't send through the audio. You know, it won't... Therefore, you're not going to tune in and hear silence. It just won't send through whatever's sending it. the lack of audio or whatever. So she was streaming just fine, and it wasn't showing her as disconnected on her end. But in turn, also no one was hearing it because technically the system was doing its job. She didn't find out what caused it. We know what caused it, as I kind of just said, but she did seemingly, find the issue and fix it. So, should be good for next week, as far as I know. Yeah, had she not said that publicly, I wouldn't have said it, but I'm pretty sure she said it. So, that was what the issue ultimately ended up being. It was on her end, unfortunately, but it's hopefully all good. We've all got it under control as far as I can see anyway. I didn't do anything on that end either. She just said, oh, I think I fixed it. I went, okay, sounds good. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Like, I don't really like worldwides generally, but as I say, like, I don't like worldwides in most games. There's some I tolerate, like, since GP7's always a really chill worldwide, when you get into a good lobby or whatever, but, like, generally, minus, like, back in the day, Mario Kart Wii, like, when that was still the new game, I liked playing that online quite a lot. Generally, like, it's not my preferred way to play a game, especially with Mario Kart 8, I just got I didn't get tilted, that's not very well, but I certainly would just get wound up super quickly with it or whatever. But weirdly, even though what I said with the item balancing stuff in this game, just being, like, super strong item heavy, like, I'm really having a good time just sitting in a lobby. It feels like playing with friends, yet I'm just playing with randoms, like, I'm not really letting anything faze me. It's actually kind of refreshing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just the free roam aspects and things, which just inherently feels less sweaty, competitive, / just, oh, I'm doing well, and then I get dicked over. Like, there's almost a, I know I'm not doing well, so there's almost no pressure, especially with more players. There's no pressure to go, oh, 12th again, I'm right at the bottom of the pack or whatever, because by rolling the dice, you're probably not going to end up at the bottom of the pack, and even if you do, you'll bounce right back up, because this, can kind of, I'm implying, I guess, there's just more dice to roll, So I don't know, it feels refreshing in that way, I guess, actually. I'm really surprised by, it's not that, I go on stream and do a well, like, God, I hate this or whatever, I don't, but, like, certainly, it feels like a really different experience to just going into a random lobby or whatever. It's nice. I can't remember what track. I think it's Mario Circuit, right? I mean, the naming is really inconsistent here, because isn't this SNES Mario Circuit 2, but it just calls it Mario Circuit? I'm pretty sure it's Mario Circuit 2. It feels like it, certainly. Was that one boss or a ramp? Yes. Oh. Thanks, Warrior. Great. Oh, did everyone else get transformed? I already have spikes, so it's fine, but it's annoying. Please, slipstream? What on? That was 3 bombs! There's 4 bombs! What? Okay, no, it's because of the bomb cars, but still, I get it. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, that goes fine. Okay. I thought that was just the game going, yeah, it's not been interesting in here for a while, let's make it a bit more crazy. Yeah, this one, I'm pretty sure this is Mario Circuit 2, but I was wrong previously. Oh, finally! In Mario Kart 8, you got affected by off-road when you were a ghost, which didn't work like every other game. You could be ghost and you wouldn't get affected by off-road, so you'd just drive at a normal speed. Finally changed that. I don't know why I'm holding this, because it's inherently not useful when I'm in 7th. I don't know. Guess I just am hoping I get lucky and need it, but I won't. Oh wait, no, this is this elements of all of them? Because that shortcut there's 3, definitely. Full circuit is MCs 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Yeah, because the ending there is definitely 3. Anyway, there you go. Normal drivers minding their own business, driving to their destinations. Beautiful. And what would they know? Oh, sorry. Next thing they know. Bomb. So I've started to accidentally collect amiibo. That is horrible, and I know why. It's because you've got a squid one, right? That's your only one, though, so... Is that your only one? Yeah, because there's like a little bit of off-road section that I recognised as 2. Oh, it's a different amiibo. Okay. Oh, and this one's whatever one's on 3DS. Right, okay, I get it. Peach Stadium, by the way, go to the track. I went to a different CEX the day after and got the Squid Sisters. Oh, interesting. Not gonna see the cows? We already did Moo Moo Meadows. Like, oh, you weren't here. We did it right at the start of the stream. I'm looking at my desk now, and I think most of my amiibos are here, to be fair. The only ones that aren't here is... Okay, I guess Sonic, because Sonic lives on my shelf upstairs. Terry, Me Gunner, and Me Brawler, because I took them to an amiibo tournament back in Christmas. I just never brought them back out here. Like, goodness me, I've got Player 2 Bayonetta. Oh wait, no, there are some upstairs. Okay, never mind. I just have a load on my desk, is the point. I have Player 2 Bayonetta, Meta Knight, me Swordsman, Steve, and Alex out here. You know, thinking about it, I have loads more dotted around. I just pick them up randomly. Like, there's not really anything else to it. I don't go out of the purpose of getting them, but I still really want the Mega Man and Pac-Man ones, and every now and then I see them and think I should do it, but otherwise, I kind of got most of the ones I wanted out of the way. Like, I got, at some point very recently, like within the last year, they reprinted Joker and Sora, so we did end up picking those up, and they're sitting back home at the other place boxed right now, which is pretty nice. I was originally only going to get the green script because my main, but then I figured, so I picked them up and see if I see one I like for a reasonable price. The Splatoon one's less so, but definitely the Smash ones you can always find for a reasonable price. Even the ones that are bad get reprinted on Nintendo's own site often enough to where, like, it's not that much of an issue. Like I said, I got Joker. Joker's, like, been a £50 figure for a while. Then Nintendo just went psych and made a new batch of them, and then it went right back down again. That happens all the time. It's always worth checking the My Nintendo store for that sort of thing. I would have said if you had gold points, but they're not relevant anymore. But, yeah, I think that's where I got Meta Knight. In fact, I know that's where I got Meta Knight. Games twice from Transforms. I mean, it was due to happen sooner or later, but yes. Because, by the way, notice how I've had none of those Magic Uber transformations in the hour we've been playing? Yeah, that's pretty standard. Was that an ice flower? Yes, it was. What? Sometimes you just don't get affected by items. The game's like, nah, you actually don't get hit by lightning, or the effect is way less for you. And, like, you'd think it would correlate with where you are, but quite often it just doesn't. It's like, I don't really know why that didn't affect me. I was only in 10th. Like, actually, I know why. I know why, because I was behind it. That's why. That's a feature. I remember now. The cogs actually did the whirring for once. I go, oh yes, I was told this. Okay. What, I'm still waiting on a reprint for the Banjo-Kazooie ones, for example, because they're like 30, and I'm like, I'd rather just wait for a 10, isn't it? Nintendo will do them again, I guess. I mean, it's not like the Microsoft relationship's broken down that much. From what we know, they're still going to be like a huge benefactor of the Switch 2, so they're going to reprint those things at some point, surely. But especially if Sora's getting reprints, I'm sure Banjo-Kazooie will get reprints, you know. This game's really good. Like I said right at the beginning, it does feel a little blueprinty in places. It's the sort of thing that most things will get fixed with a patch, I think, because it is Nintendo. They do tend, especially with Mario Kart, to patch things like this when they can. Mainly being Wii U and 8, but that's pretty good benchmarks for that. But there are also things I think that's decent, but at least they've learnt that doesn't work like they thought it would for a sequel, you know? There's a few little things like that with like map design where I'm like, yeah, okay, that doesn't quite nail the landing, but the great thing is presumably, you know, they'll be building on this going forward. So, you know, it's not a 10 out of 10 game like some people would have you believe. I did give it a 5-star when I played Grand Prix mode, but we'll ignore that. But like, it's certainly, like, for me, a 4.5. Like, I can't say it's perfect in good conscience, but I've had a lot of fun with it. We've done all... See, I told you it says Koopa Troopa Beach. I'm not mad. I was saying Inkling Boy, but because of 8DX's rival system, I have beef with him. True. I also saw an Inkling Boy, right. Isn't this Mario Land, or am I going mad? I think it's Mario Land 1, right? This controller's so good, but I've tasted the sweet nectar of a Pro Controller too. It is incredible. I'm not gonna say like best controller of all time, like some people have been jumping straight to, but like, yeah, every issue I had with the Pro Controller's fixed. Sure. I played Tetris Effect on it without the diagonal lock-on, because, you know, at times Tetris Effect, it did the best it could with that diagonal lock feature, but like, they were already heavy lifting for something that shouldn't have existed in the Pro Controllers to begin with. That being the crappy D-pad. The D-pad on that thing is perfect, like, absolutely zero complaints. Control sticks feel really good, the HD Rumble feels even better than the actual Joy-Cons, like, the second I get paid, I'm sold on that thing, honestly. Like, it is hitting every single note correctly. It's awesome. I could have renamed it Koopa Troopa due to when Super Mario Kart came out. I was like, okay, Bowser than anything. You actually raise a really good point. I think that's why we've done it. I'm gonna guess. Because actually, no. Now I'm thinking about it. What was it on DS? Was it? I'm pretty sure it was just Koopa Beach there, right? But they've been on a bit of a renaming spree with Mario things recently, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was indeed correct. Oops. Also oops, but I couldn't actually do anything about that one. I mean, I couldn't do anything about the lightning, but I could have driven a bit better before and after it. Yeah, okay, so it is just a recent thing then. Nintendo do that occasionally. Go. Never mind. Holy shit, what? What just happened? What just... what just happened? So remember when I said Mario Karting feels so much worse in this game when you just get absolutely carted? There you go. Moo Farm looks even better. Moo Farm. Ugh. Why can you even do let's wait for more players in a public lobby? You can't. Ooh, DK Pass is a very good track. Picked up Super Mario RPG and Odyssey on the weekend. Ooh, Odyssey. I mean, if you got a 4K screen, I bet that looks incredible. I've not actually tested it yet because I have it on Kart and I'm too lazy. RPG, very good game. A very short game, so, you know, I assume you're going to find everything you want out of it between, like, there's a bunch of side stuff. TV's 4K HDR, there you go. I really enjoyed Super Mario RPG, but I am also kind of glad in my case I borrowed it. But, you know, each their own. As in, that's not a situation everyone else can be in, so hope you end up enjoying it. Especially on Switch 2, actually, thinking about it. Because, for some reason, like, the Digital Foundry video on that game was like, I had 0 frame drops, it runs at 60 FPS smoothly. That game chugged like a beast on Switch 1 for me. Like, I only played it a few weeks ago, so I remember the experience well. So, I don't know. I assume it'll be perfect on Switch 2, so enjoy it to the best. Also, no worries. Enjoy. There's a load of stuff to eat when we're done, so I'm becoming Wario at this rate, except I'm not growing the antennae. Was I up ahead for a second? I didn't pay any attention. Oh, one thing, bombs just work so differently in this game. They don't really do anything in terms of when they land. When they land, they just stay there. That's the thing. The throwing distance feels about normal, but they do not bounce when they get on the ground. They cover significantly less distance. I'm guessing to make them a bit less OP when you're just like kind of behind a huge patch or whatever, they won't go as far, but it does feel a bit off. They just are so nerfed. Missed it. Okay. Okay, again. I don't really find rails to be worth it on straights like this. I swear half the time you get on a rail and it takes you around a significantly longer line than if you just drifted normally. Like, DK, not DK Pass, whatever the new DK, now DK or something, this way could be neither. Whatever that one's called, like, that takes so... The lines on that, sorry, is in... You easily save a couple of seconds on that track, just drifting instead of taking the rail that the game strongly indicates you should take. Like, I get that part risk-reward, but, like, that's not even, like, a shortcut, that's just... that's just not going the way the game is indicating you should go. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure some people have perfected it a bit more than me, but I definitely have noticed that with some rails. Welcome back, Larry. Ground in development of this game, I'm glad it never came to the original Switch. I've not had like a single hit or anything with this game on Switch 2. I cannot imagine what this would be like on Switch 1. Even if you downgraded the graphics or whatever, like this game already looks gorgeous. You know, I'm sure it would look gorgeous on Switch 1 as well, but you know, you'd have to make a lot of compromise for it, and they didn't have to make a single one looking at the game here, honestly, so... I'm kind of glad they didn't try and cram it on Switch 1, all things considered. Switch would probably be taking off if I played this. Can you imagine day one Switch 1's like, good lord, they're flying from Heathrow as we speak. all the scalped ones are almost gone. What? Really? As in, they're taking them down, presumably, and hopefully not people are buying them? Interesting. Who do you think that is? I don't know. You can't really tell from the outline. Oh, that bit, the Miku, yeah, the Miku indeed. There we go, I put it in the Discord for those who are curious as to what on earth I'm talking about. Only one left in stock. It was 5 earlier. You know when your Smiths are getting a restock alert? Because I am, as I've said, I'm in the market for a Pro Controller, for example. I'm desperately waiting for that restock. I say desperately. I think they're due, like, the end of the week. Miku coming to Rift? Wait, no, that's... Oh yeah, no, Rift. Rift? I'm trying to remember which way around, so which Crypt is the... Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, Rift is really good. I played it a couple weeks ago and I had a great time with it, so... I'd for sure be interested in picking that up at some point. It's a really cheap game as well. It's like 15 quid, isn't it? It looked hard as balls, to be honest, but I am interested in giving it a more of a proper shot, for sure. So-called free thinking. Oh no, to be fair, we have picked the free tracks, just... Yeah, Airship Fortress. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm not liking this. Oh, okay. And someone just took a while to communicate with, I guess. I broke it? That's nothing to do with me. I've had way worse communication issues with this game this last weekend. Mainly on the wireless mode. Fun fact, wireless mode can only do 8 players. You either have to go online or do LAN mode if you want to do more than that in person, which we did. We filled practically a lobby with 24 people on Saturday in person over LAN mode. It is absolutely possible. Yeah, weirdly the wireless mode really wasn't holding up, and we tried to do LAN again on Sunday, and the LAN just would not hold, but that was like a 15-year-old router, so that was probably half the reason. Even if it was configured properly, it worked with Splatoon back on Switch 1. Post the amiibo in the Discord. I'll have a quick look in a sec, but already, yeah. I mean, I've seen exclusives as one. I think we have them on the... Oh, in fact, I know we have them on the Splatoon Shrine. That's surprisingly difficult to say. Are any Sega games getting Switch 2 updates, so we have to pay for them all over again? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is getting an update, but it is a paid update. That is the only game they've confirmed. Shadow Gens is still pay for the entire game again. Now, the Virgin Sega, of course, versus the Chad Delta region, where it's a free upgrade. Only not in Japan because of the laws. Otherwise it would have been. You know, compare that and I think... What's the face? Rune Factory, etc. Just can't think of my name off the top of my head. They've been really good about Switch 2 stuff. Yes, you would have to pay for PS2 for the game. I'm personally going to import a copy at some point because we didn't even get a physical here. I'm tempted to import it from America for the sake of my weird game shelf, because that sort of thing is really funny to me. Should not exist, full stop. It definitely should not exist as a full paid release, but it is so dumb that I kind of enjoy it all of the same. So I will be grabbing a copy of that from America at some point. Unfortunately for my wallet. It's like Sega don't want Puyo to succeed. They don't want Puyo to succeed. I had to break it to you. For every problem that port fixed, from what I know, / feature it added, it broke something else. Like, I know there's some legitimately good things about it, and I also know there's some absolutely baffling things that it does at the same time. That would be so easy to have, like, seen or fixed in pre-release, to where people are just kind of a little confused with how it happened. I'm sure they'll be patched. They're so easy to patch, I'm sure they'll be patched, but I don't know how they slipped in. If you want to play online with friends, only one card is needed. What, for 2S? Is it crossplay with the first one? I don't know. Let's have a look. The amount of Tetris in the Switch 2 is going to be insane. Oh, there you go. Is that 4K? Not bad. Sure, Grandmaster 4 will get a pot. Grandmaster 4 is so good. Like, the amount of updates that game gets is insane. Like, it gets multiple updates a week just to fix, like, very, very minor things that the community asks them to fix. Like, the absolute GOAT of game devs right there. It's kind of a shame that there's various aspects of it that are held back by the Tetris company. Like, did you know Tetris the Grandmaster, you know, one of its big things is Grandmaster. I think you can get Grandmaster, but there's no ranking system. Do you know why there's no ranking system? It's clearly developer laziness, right? No, Tetris Company would not let them add a ranking system to a game entirely relevant because of it. Okay. They loosened it enough to let you have a classic TGM mode, which is really cool. There's also a more modern mode, which is actually the one I've been playing more. But Grandmaster 4 is incredible. Like, the devs have been doing God's work on that. Like, one of the hardest working dev teams for sure of the year that I've seen. They just are doing a nuts amount of stuff for the game for no extra money. Like, they'll just do random updates like, oh, we were at the Classic Tetris World Championships last weekend and a bunch of people asked us to change this stuff, so we did. By the way, there's free in-game skins for the Tetris World Championships for everyone to use. Enjoy! And next week they'll be like, oh, this input feature doesn't work. We'll just remove it. Can everyone join the beta branch? Because we'll actually let you beta test this stuff if you want. Like, go! They're awesome. Hats off to Erica. Like, clearly everyone there really cares. I know they wanted to make this for the longest time. And, hopefully, given how active they are and like trying to do stuff for it seems like everyone's really passionate still about it. So, hats off. Yeah, exactly. You've got to love devs who are like super dedicated to that sort of thing. You know, through being told no millions of times by the company, and still were determined to do it, and I'm glad they did. So yeah, it definitely started off a bit rough. I can't deny that, but every single issue I've seen people have has been fixed or is in the pipeline with active updates, like most days saying, hey, this is how we're getting on with it. Not just, oh, it's still being worked on, like, oh, today we had this issue, this part of the update or whatever, you know. I've not played it for a bit. I should hop back on again at some point when I get the Tetris itch. Yeah, when you finally got to make your passion project, you will care about a community that has been supporting you. Indeed. Also, oh, that's why. I was wondering where the lights went. You turn the HDR off. I'm kidding. It's not on. Capture Card supports it, but it doesn't support it in a way that I would consider good. It supports it in a way of, I will show you the picture. Okay, that's not what I really asked for. Oh, is there a... Oh, there's a magic paper up ahead, darn. Apologies for the really loud triggers as per most boots. I'm still using the same 8-bit controller and this thing just... It's more the bumpers. The triggers are fine, but the bumpers are so loud sometimes, depending on how you click them. Need way more breaking in than they've got / are going to get at this point, but... Yes, I think I've said a million times now, I still intend on picking up a more traditional, like, Xbox-style layout. They do Xbox branded ones, but not too interested in those because they're wired only. But there's some really cool colorways on the Xbox one. Like, they have the you know, the OG Halo transparent green style. They have that for the 8-bit dudes. I'm like, oh, that, if it wasn't wired, that does look good, to be fair. I actually didn't know you could bounce back and forth like this. If you're doing this while stood still, it's really funny. Oh yeah, it's the game with the share feature that lets you play with one copy of Tetris 2S online. Oh right, okay. Download play, pretty much. Look at him go. Oh, unfortunately, I'm not a free thinker, I'm sorry to say. Oh, it is for sure. God bless the Peach Gardens. Professor Pickle's about to tell me what continent I need to restore for sure, though. It's just making me want the console more now. I do apologise. These things will happen. Wow, okay. Boing. Nope. Transformed? What do you mean? This doesn't resemble any track and transform. I mean, for as good as this song is, I do think I'll take Seasonal Shrines OST over this one, sadly for the Mario fans. Oh, getting launched in the air. Well, that too. Bling. Oh, I didn't even... I always forget Komura, to be perfectly honest with you, as you can probably tell, having watched this stream. So that was unintentional. Darn, why couldn't you have transformed me? It's okay, I have Cheep Cheep. I'm not going to cry over that too much, though. I was gonna get this person with this, but I'm actually just gonna hang on to this. I might end up needing it for whatever reason. I doubt it, but hey, second place. Doesn't happen all that often for me. I know for a fact you're trying to get me, but it's fine. Apparently I'm far away enough to where I can mitigate that. Oh. Yeah, okay, now it's over. Now the game decided it's over. Oh, really? I don't know why I'm so locked in. Did I see Game Freak's new game? Yes, it looks really interesting. I've noticed Pokemon fans are doing the thing they do, which is, of course the trailer looks like it's running shit, and it's like, I think there are multiple games in the game showcase that had that issue. Like I think it was presumed it was an issue with, you know, just like development optimization. I think was the #1 one. People also said there might have been frame rate issues with the stream. I don't know whether that's true or not. I don't know. It looks really good. They were given time to cook with it, so I'm kind of a fan. It looks decent. Hey, we'll be seeing Game Freak's old game tomorrow. Old news, boring. Steven's joined. This is fantastic news. Yeah, I've mostly seen nothing but enjoyment from Scarlet and Violet for people who've actually played it, including people who didn't massively enjoy it the first time round. I've seen a lot of goalpost shifting. I saw someone who said, I bet it's a £70 paid upgrade because Game Freak loves money or something. Then someone said, No, it's free, and then they went, it's not free because you got to buy a $400 console. Like, way to move that post. Reddit's strongest soldier, you know. So yes, it arguably should have ran well to begin with. Why couldn't it not run this well on Switch 1 is what I constantly saw. Because this console is much more powerful than the Switch 1. It shouldn't have ran this well, because it shouldn't have run at 4K, but it could have run very similar, obviously. Looking forward to jumping back in, which meant I will be skipping the DLC streams. Darn. The DLC streams will get lonely, as I say that. People come in for Pokemon who don't otherwise come in, but a lot of people also don't come in for Pokemon. Because, well, what is this? This isn't Mario Sonic, what the hell? Oops. Maybe, Jamie. Maybe. Bit of a hot take there. Okay. I mean, you'll finish Scarlet and Violet much faster, even just the base game, because loads are so much quicker. Like, even just basic things like animations. The map used to take like a second or two after you press the Y button to actually open, and even then it'd be really sluggish. It's near instant now. It is so much snappier in every single way. Like, the X button menu as well opens instantly now, whereas that was never as bad as the map, but it's certainly like there's a delay between button press and like a really noticeable delay, you know, between button press or whatever. Main thing to remember Pokemon that if a main series game is delayed, the entire multimedia launch of the next gen game is screwed. See, that's a problem that more and more things are running into now. It's not exclusively a Pokemon problem. Pokemon's one of the most obvious ones for it. And Cal, it's Cal time. Yeah, Pokemon's just one of the most obvious ones for it. But nowadays we see so much brand synergy, etc., etc., that the problem will start popping up on a way wider scale. At least I think. You know, I don't know for definite, but it's how I've felt about it recently, seeing all these things that have like tie-ins again and stuff, and oh, there's all this promotional material that's going to go along with it. Yeah, Pokemon has certainly been like the most high-profile case of that for a long time, but I do think a lot of things, you know, there's just a lot more to account for when launching something nowadays versus even like 5 years ago when it comes to like social platforms and types of marketing and sorts, really, that make that a bit more challenging inherently than it always used to be. Pokemon just has bigger issues with that than like. I wasn't thinking of that, but yeah, now that you mention that, yeah, I can imagine that's a little bit of a crisis right now. I'm trying to think. Little Town Hero was, well, quite literally a little town, so it wasn't that big, was it? But it was 3D from memory, right? Okay, that's not what I was about to do, but whatever. There's actually a chance. No, okay, it went. It went. Goodbye, chance. There was a chance I could have got a bit. It's not a bad placement. It's not over till it's over. Okay, there we go. It wasn't a bad placement, all the things considered, but there was a chance it could have been better. They've done mainly 2D, so this is something. Yeah, for sure. At least in terms of, yeah, as you say, their second placement. Oh, Jason. Interesting. I have no idea if that was a purposeful join or not, but time shall tell, I guess. Yeah, was it just like a global search or what? Anyway, I love the fact that people forget Game Freak isn't owned by Nintendo. It happens every now and then, like, we still don't have the music to Tembo the Badass Elephant on RS, but I've always, for like the longest time, intended to do an episode on it. Because people talk about Pulseman enough, but no one talks about Tembo, and I got it when it came out. I actually bought it the exact same time I bought Undertale. Guess which one stuck with me a bit more of the two. But I really liked that game back when I played it. That was like the one of the two that I bought on that day that actually I got into the most at first. Like, I played that game quite a bit. I never finished it, but I had a really good time with it. Very early port of Mario Kart 64 for Dreamcast. Has anyone done any progress on that for PC yet, out of interest? Because did I hear about this? I can't remember. I'm thinking of Mario 64, maybe. Goodbye, Warrior. Not that I've seen. Dreamcast top priority, of course, as we all know, yeah. So let's not forget that Rizzler is in here, by the way. Oh yeah! I don't remember why there was no Wii U version. It was a little bit weird. So good. Yeah, that makes sense. They do every now and then have a bit of crossover. Which I still intended to play Harmon Knight ages ago and kind of never did, but that was in the same thought of I should play Rhythm Coupe and never did as well, so maybe I just knocked two birds out of one stone at some point. Does this game not have Mii's? Weirdly not. I don't know why, but it does not have Mii's. I'm guessing it's to keep it feeling more in universe, but it is still a little sad. Because I remember there being a big fuss over the fact there being no Mii outfits, so I assumed in my feeble mind that meant there would be Mii's, just not Mii outfits, but no, apparently it meant no Mii's. Pocket Card Jockey, I mean, that was on 3DS as well, wasn't it? It wasn't initially, right? And I know definitely the re-release was Apple Arcade first, then Switch. But wasn't the original mobile something as well? Yeah, and exactly. These have been in every game since then, so it does feel a little odd. Once again, maybe update bait like Diddy Kong? It was on 3DS originally. Oh, okay. I, for some reason, thought it was, like, initially mobile for some reason. Anyway, can we, like, pick up the pace here, Wario, and, not get too far behind, I say, 2 places from bottom. So what's the point of creating cursed Mii's anymore? Smash. Smash still exists. I agree, that is, like, half the charm gone. You don't really even get, like, a Mii license or anything, like, you know, like, you at least had your Mii represent you on the friend screen or whatever, Mario Kart 8, obviously then you did have the Mii Racer, but you don't even have something like that anymore. Your last play character represents you in the online menu. Yeah, Tomodachi Life, basically, single-handedly keeping the Mii game alive here. I mean, hey, they made the Mii's genderless, so they clearly looked at them for longer than, like, 2 seconds when playing over Switch 2. They did make some changes between the Switch 1 and 2 editors, so something. Tomodachi or Switch 1, will it be compatible with Switch 2 Mii's? I don't see why it wouldn't be. We also don't know that it's not going to have an upgrade path yet. That's entirely possible, it might. Although I do expect Switch 1 is still going to have that period of... PS4 had it for years, where games just didn't release on PS5, quote-unquote, because it was on PS4, and if you played it on a PS5, it cleaned up whatever issues it had, so there's no point building a PS5 version. Games still do that, but that was really bad when the system first came out. I assume it's kind of going to be like that. Well, it runs perfectly on Switch 2, so what's the point of making a Switch 2 version? But all I'm saying is I don't think they were pre-ordering it from your local Smiths or whatever. Yeah, I don't think they were leaving the house. Yeah, I mean, it does occasionally happen, but it is somewhat rare, certainly. 3DS is really, like, the biggest exception of official support, right? We have done all of these. You kind of just end up in similar corners of the map, because people always vote for the same-ish tracks. Thanks. What was that about? Yeah, 3DS is the one that I think had the most. Like, DS kind of did, but it was... DS with, like, 3DS a tiny bit. That was, like, a couple games, like, what, 2012-ish, right? For some reason, I'm trying to think of big examples, and the only one coming to my mind is Pokemon Teachers Typing. It was the same year as Black and White 2. What on earth am I talking about? Really? I thought Breath of the Wild was the last first party. I mean, I'm kind of talking first and second party. I assume you're talking more generally by the sounds of it. Breath of the Wild was the big one. I don't think there was little ones though, was there? Particularly? Stream froze? Just on your end, or is everyone else okay? Because I don't seem to have dropped any packets. Yeah, Twitch is just weird. I've come to the conclusion. Okay, cool. My Twitch freezes all the time, but it might be something to do with the weird. Sorry, I mean, I don't use anything that would avoid the Twitch TLS, so my apologies. My stream would never buffer when adverts play. My child will support Amazon, global company. My legit mobile client had a blip now. That's more like it. That's my goat. Blue Cinema's a really cool new track. Like, that's definitely one of the most memorable of the new ones for me. Probably favourite, I think I said, Peach Stadium is really good. Rainbow Road's a bit of a cop-out choice for sure, but Rainbow Road's really nice as well. I get dragged. No, I can't. It's fine. I can get Jose, but I can't get Jose, you know? Nice bit of lag there from the screen. I love the desaturated look. It's great, isn't it? This looks really good in HDR, by the way. I mean, the entire game does. It doesn't pop as much to me as certain other games have done so far, but it's still really good looking. And yeah, the desaturation effect's even better with HDR on, so it's one thing I think really good. And hey, if you have no idea what HDR does, then there's a really cool explanation of it in Switch 2 Welcome to... Oh, right. Yeah, for that. I'll have to go about that. And that's like one of the best explanations if you don't kind of know what you're looking for. It's a really sensible one. Sensible? Well explained. There we go. That's what I meant. Who pinged? Alright, it's Tower Unite. Makes sense. I think unlike the Switch 1, the Switch 2 may be mainly a portable for me, only due to the screen being better than my TV in some ways. What I would suggest, Jamie, is what am I going to say? in Switch 2 mode, um, in Switch 2 mode, what am I talking about? Handheld, that's the word. When you're in handheld, it uses the same wattage as the Switch 1. So what that means is all your Switch 1 chargers and power banks and stuff will work in handheld mode. The Switch 2 is a battery hog in handheld. Like an hour and a half of Mario Kart bad. So you'll absolutely, if you don't have one, want to invest in a power bank. But like I said, the great thing is all the pre-existing Switch 1 infrastructure for that sort of thing is out there. Like, and really cheap nowadays because it's been out since 2017. What the fuck is this? What? I've been getting grief today. What on earth? Okay. The lobby's thinning out by the minute, and the people left in it are exclusively winding us up. Dolphin Shoals remix, though. TV doesn't have HDR. I feel like we moved on to a different conversation halfway through that. I mean, realistically, if you're like in the market for TVs, for example, that do it, like, you really actually, it's not as expensive as you think. It feels like it, but it's not too bad. One of the crews in the lobby, that's what I said earlier, yeah. But whatchamacallit, words are difficult. I'm really struggling with them the last like 10 minutes for some reason. My TV back home, we have 4K, HDR, like those kind of things, smart TV. I paid sub 300 for it. Like, obviously when you're going for the Switch, that's a little bit of a spring, but TVs are like one of the few pieces of technology that, as technology improves, genuinely go down in price. Like, it's rare, but it happens. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like far from the greatest TV or whatever. I'm sure, like, oh, the OLED model of TV is way better and like a bunch of features missing. But like, if you want a basic TV that can look still damn good with the Switch 2, like, there are absolutely options, even brand new, like, that will fulfill that sort of thing and not necessarily even break the bank. Like, it sounds like a lot, and then you got to remember it's still less than the console you're getting it for, and works with way more stuff. So yeah, there's definitely options if it's something you're interested in, for sure. Otherwise, you got the Switch 2 screen, as you said. So I've just not really had many items this whole game, especially ones that help me catch up. Yeah, I will agree this track isn't very Peach Beachy, but there are moments, especially when like coming in from other directions and stuff, that are like the original, so you know, I think this track's been a common complaining point for a lot of people in terms of that sort of thing, but I've been pretty fine with it personally. My TV is a 1080p Panasonic Smart TV. Don't know which model, as I picked it up from a charity shop. It's still not bad. Yeah, plugging in the system when using a kickstand's been great. I've done that already multiple times this weekend, as you can guess, and it's been super helpful, for sure. Alright, let's move before I get griefed again by the cow. Well, there's so many remixes. See, this bit here I'm clearly going backwards through actual Peach beats. Like, can't say that this isn't the original track. Where we go in? Can we have some? Oh, we are guaranteed to have something new unless it's random. Okay. Like, I beg you, Nintendo. I don't know what today's update was, but open Nintendo Music. It's going to cry at me because I changed region recently and it's going to want me to sign back in because of it. Yeah, I don't remember what the most recent... Oh, it was Tears of the Kingdom last week, and I already said there's not going to be one. Wait, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Time escapes me. Scratch that ass, look, what? Or is an itchy guy? Don't judge too much, okay? Multiple versions of what soundtrack, sorry? It's just like me for real. Oh, remix, so good. I mean, the original's great. It's not too removed from the original, but it's just a good song to begin with, just made a tiny bit more jazzy. You got Breath of the Wild under Wii U and Switch. Oh. Is it just a categorization thing, or are they physically two different soundtracks, as far as you can tell? I'm not gonna leave. Oh, that was a jump I was charging that whole time, okay. Can I see first for a second, please, Joe? Please? My ingenious trap. Okay. I was gonna say I've not really seen many Blue shows recently, but that was one. Maybe a categorization thing. See, that's what I would assume at first glance of that message, but I've also not double checked myself. Lock in. How so? Welcome back to that kick. Getting ready. Knuckles cracked. Posture check. All in that. Posture all in check. That's what I was trying to say. I'm a Blue show, by the way. Oh yeah, it's game thing. Hydrate. I have like the tiniest sip left. Oh, is this all I can do? I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. I want to get that boo, if nothing else. Is it even water though? Not monster. It's squash. There you go, all gone. I was gonna say I don't remember the last time I had a monster. Well, it was yesterday, and the day before. But aside from that, it had been like 2 or 3 weeks since the last time. I've been having them as much, but it was also a very busy weekend. A very tiring weekend. I did get an import one yesterday, because a Sweet Shop reopened kind of recently here. And we're going to ignore the fact that the artwork on the wall was AI generated. Thank you, Mr. Sims. Very cool. But yeah, they had an Eastern European one that was one of the peach ones with a peach nitro, and I was like, ooh, give that a go. I had cans of sugar-free mango in the fridge for a while now. Sugar-free mango is a go, for sure. I had a reason to drink them. That Mario Kart World, all-nighter, gonna go insane. Come on, please. Actually, any of these three I'd be happy with. Cool. PK Pass, though. Whoa. Apple flavor is very good. I mean, I know you like whatever that green one is, but we love a bit of Toho in the chat. We love a bit of bad apple and all that. Yeah, Paradise. See, when you say Paradise, all I think of is Paradise Punch. Just fucking me. Oh, listen to this though. It's so similar, and yet it just almost feels like an entirely different song. It's great. I remember this trick shot change. But we agreed you remember remixes, right? That's what I thought we said the other day. So actually, yeah, that makes total sense. Thank you. I'm not gonna get jumped. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm sorry, guys. Remixes and SMK. I need to educate myself more. Jamie, this is the game. The 200 songs we have mentioned many a time. Do I have Wario Biker? I do, for a small fee, traveller. Once again, for anyone else who is questioning, I am absolutely up for the combo thing tonight on any future Mario Kart World streams, so feel free to do some redeems. Yeah, I have every costume. It's just the enemies I'm missing, because the method to unlock the enemies is really stupidly slow. So you rely on the Magic Cooper item, which is a really small chance of spawning anyway, and even then, it's not weighted towards ones you don't have, it's completely random, and it can also be ones that are unlocked by default. Got such an obsession for Cow? Pay for it then, smile. You have rings, use them. Do you have every cart? Yes. I get the feeling that's a B-Dasher related question, but I could be wrong. My first instinct. The obsession comes from the cow eating a burger. But they've already said that it's made of mystery stuff, okay? Like, they already clarified that one once the cow got big. Once they realised, oh crap, people are attached to these things. Dolphin on dolphin? Not what I was expecting, but I can do that. As you did it the correct way. God damn it. Hey, Dolphin on Dolphin coming up. Oh. What's the enemy from Sunshine called? Cataquack? Yeah, Cataquack. I assumed you meant the one from the beach. Cataquack is actually pretty decent on the rob bike, I found, weirdly. Right. Dolphin on Dolphin was paid for. I do have the Dolphin. I think the only thing I'm missing really is Swooper. I think there's like one or two more. But I don't know how quick I'm going to be able to get them. I would like to get them in time for the next stream. Could be a certain combo. Channel boy. I'd prefer not Stadium. I think we've already had it a couple times tonight. And yet, somehow I know we're going to get the Stadium. Don't let a dolphin near Yoshi from the Japanese version of the world. I didn't know you had the enemy. Oh yeah, sorry. Fair enough. Like I said, I think it's only a Swooper I'm missing. I'm pretty sure I have most other things, but... I know... I actually think there's a couple more, but still. Is that Lukey? Let's go. Oh wow, you trip really slowly for some reason, Dolphin. What was that, just controller being funny? How is it even driving? Most of these characters do not use the steering. Like, was the obvious one. But plenty of the rest of them just don't bother. Plenty of them don't even have arms. Like, at least this guy's got fins to kind of act as arms. He doesn't use them, but... Virgin Warrior Stadium versus the Chad Warrior Stadium? Hang on a minute. Yeah, you're right. I haven't put two and two together yet. Chad Mount Warrior? I don't know about that. I'm a big fan of DS Warrior Stadium though. I really like that version of it. It's very different from the original, but cool reinvention for sure. Yep, there it is. I was wondering how long. boomerang. Kidding. Well, I'm not kidding about the boomerang, but that bit's true. Yeah, leave that unanswered. Smart. Oh, was I not drifting? Is that why I was taking such a weird line? Okay. Oh, what the? I just clipped through. Okay. Yeah, I know, it's really odd, but I actually quite like it. I did appreciate that about Mario Kart 7, the fact that you can lose like 10 times in a row, and sorry, Mario Kart 8, you can lose like however many times and the game doesn't rub it in the face. Like, it actually makes me feel a bit more compelled to keep playing Worldwides when the game's not constantly playing the you lose music. Mario Kart Wii. Sorry. Just, you know, a little cough there. Double Dash did it too. I mean, most of them did it to a point. You aren't even allowed, as we found out, you're not even allowed to progress in Mario Kart 64 without being fourth. So you have to be in the top half of the pack or else. Hey, okay. Anyone else got any requests? Otherwise, I'll go back to messing about, I guess. With, this Smashing Devil. Do I have the big horn cart? I have all the carts, Jamie, so yes. This one, I'm guessing? Where's... What is this track from? What, the one we just played? I think it's the 64 one. Oh, do you mean this one? As in music, sorry. Oh. Could be wrong, but I think I know this one, guys. It's still on cooldown? Really? I'll change it. Give me a sec. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to get feedback. So ignore me making double noise for a second. Community... Viewer rewards, here it is, channel points. I mainly did it so people wouldn't spam it, so I'll give it like a 3-minute cooldown. 15 minutes? What the hell? Right, it's got a 3-minute cooldown now, it should be good. I need Wario driving a shiny Merc. This is the closest you get him. It was on 15 minutes because it's kind of meant to be for like a GP more so, and so you get a bit more value out of it. But for tonight, I'm probably just going to do it for one race. But in the future, I'll give it a couple races or whatever, you know. Because yeah, for like other Mario Kart Mondays, we did it for like, oh, this batch of 4 I'll play as the character, but that's not massively how this works, and it doesn't really count your races like Mario Kart 8 did. Cow and Big Horn, please. Of course. Sorry, Rizzler. Had to do it to him. Whoop. Okay. Whoops. That was close. How's the drifting in this game? Really nice. Like, you get caught on stuff every now and then. It's different to 8. Like, if I'm gonna go left here, for example, holding right's about normal, but holding, like, sometimes the control... If I hold right there, it's not the same as it was in Mario Kart 8. It's more accurate to Mario Kart 8's drifting if you don't hold anything on the stick while doing, like, this, for example. So it's kind of hard a thing to get used to if you want to, like, riff kind of like that game, to not press anything during some turns sometimes. You initiate the turn and you let go like that. As you can see, that I kind of then started drifting way more tightly around the corner. Like, it's a little bit of a muscle memory thing, but I get the reason for the change all the same, so it makes sense. Otherwise, really solid for the most part. And yeah, transform drifting is really good, so I can get that. My only complaint with transform drifting is charge up time. It's just a little bit too long for my personal pace. Like, that first bit of drift takes forever to charge, and then the next two are really quick. I feel like it should be the opposite way around. First really quick, and then you get second and third as a reward for holding it or whatever. Just outrun 2 of an instant drift button. That is true. Very nice, by the way. Charge up time in the plane section is horrendous. I can't agree, actually, yeah. I mean, I said it was horrendous anyway, so of course I would agree, but no, it is worse there. Like, it's already pretty slow elsewhere, honestly. But I got used to it for sure. But, you know, if you were asking, like, my preference or whatever, then that would be it. Mario Karted by not even actual carts. No! Oh, I actually started pressing it as I got hit. God damn it. Okay, well at least you've given me something. Like, more than this game sometimes will give me to catch up in these positions, so I'll do what I can with it. Godspeed, brother. Nice. That was actually really solid. Oh wow. I think that's actually a personal best tonight. Did I get a second at one point? I don't think so. I think I got like 4. Yeah, decent. We beat out Mr. Shrooms, so what more do you want? What more do you need from life at that point? I'm guessing it's because of the number of players, King, realistically. Oh, by the way, goated remix. So good. He used to cap you at 40 or 50. Well, guess what? 200 now. Psych. Cow and Bighorn. Forgot about that. Sorry, next game. I know it'll be Moo Moo Meadows, but I can dream. Yeah, once this screen appears, it's too late. Really? No one likes Desert Hills? Letting the customers down? They're still getting it. I'm now trying to remember. Which one is it? It's not Shy Guy Beach. It's... I now can't think. It suddenly left my head. It's... Oh, goodness. It's not Peach Beach. Cheap Beach. Oh, it's one of the N64 ones. Koopa Troopa Beach, maybe? I think it's Koopa Troopa Beach. See, the real Koopa Troopa Beach. There you go. Yeah, I was going through all of them in my head. I'm like, it's not Shy Guy, it's not Peach / Daisy. It's so many beaches. Beaches, or something. Etc. ad nauseum. This is why I need to get educated. It's a good song. Boing. Oh, I was hoping to get on top of that. Boo. Things on the intermission set. I like the intermission section. It adds more variety for sure. Because when you're in a worldwide, you're voting for the drive-to versions. I.e., when I get to this stage here, the next 3 will then be tracks that are within driving distance and you'll then drive to them. When you do it on Friends Rooms, you can free vote. So that means you can just choose the free lap versions. So you can just ignore that if you like. Whereas there's so many options for, oh, I want driving between Toad Factory and Koopa Troopa Beach or whatever. But you can choose that. And you can choose driving between Toad Factory and another track, and another track, and another track. So actually, it's, even though everyone's like, oh, but I want to play the actual course, it's like, well, there's still quite a lot of variety in the, if you just go into a public lobby, you can just play the full course. But you can also play the drive between as well. Like, it's more tracks, you know, like, that's not inherently an issue to me, like it is to some people, apparently. As I said, like, free voting should be a thing, I assume will be a thing in worldwide, so at least, you know, hey, you can choose between the drive between and the normal version or whatever. Right, yeah, I assume that will be a thing come a patch, but as of right now, it's not. Yeah, 100% makes the game feel a bit less fair. Because no matter what, you know, you're always coming in from a different direction when you're voting in online lobbies like this. Like, I played some of these tracks repeatedly, and yet when I went back to them, I had a completely different experience because of the way I went into the track. There you go, it's already, you know, made me a bit less sick of repeats and stuff like that. Oh, come on. Oh, get in there. Not bad. Right, this time, Horn, the other thing. I've heard people say they think the tracks aren't the main focus this time to say they're not, that's kind of the point. I think people will get a bit more accustomed to that over time. Okay, right. Change character. It's this page, there it is. I assume this is what you mean by, quote, the big horn. There you go, hope you're happy. And why is everyone spamming by? Okay, so I really want Great Crash and Block Currents with. I think the tilt controls thing is in there. This is the file select theme. Mario 64. See, you remember the whole 2000s OC remix? This is the 2000s OC remix. More than any other track we've had. There's definitely a mix post somewhere on OCR, like this track from 2002 saying, I can't wait for the release of Super Mario Sunshine, so I thought I'd remix one from one of the most recent Mario games. Like, you can see it. I can perfectly vision this in my head right now, you know? Envision, so. Oh, it actually is called Big Horn. Okay, I missed that. I just assumed you were like, oh, it's a horn. Big Horn. Please, okay. Lol. I mean, there is one, as everyone has enjoyed, there is a car called Lil Dumpy, and they have proceeded to put their favourite male or female Lil Dumpy in it, depending on what type of account it is, so. It does depend. What do you mean low battery? This was charging the entire day. Oh, not entire day, the entire time I was out today, sorry. I'll listen to that world radio at work tomorrow. It is ambient noise, which is mostly fine, like, the cars going by is really relaxing, but every now and then, like, Shy Guy will go, which is admittedly funny, but, you know, I don't know whether that takes some people out the vibes or whatever, you know. But I didn't really mind it, it was just chill. And yeah, once an actual game rip comes out, you can effectively recreate the same thing but with clean audio or whatever. And personally, I might actually look into seeing how plausible it is to privately set something like that up. This track's really good. Like, I didn't know what I was going to think of this first time going in, but definitely one of the strong ones of the new tracks for real. Okay. Oh, great. Yeah, Walkman on the Sense Me channels, as you say, would work perfectly. Might even be able to get something for the Kirby in the morning mix. I don't know, anything is possible. Never say never. Oh, had I actually landed, I probably could have overtaken that. Oh well. Already into the 6Ks. Very good. Not bad for like 2 hours of playing effectively to go about 1 whole K, unlike Mario Kart Wii where I could just... I actually probably lose VR on average. Okay. Oh, speaking of Studiopolis, funky. This one's funky. I'm going to change gears for a bit. Racer Birdo, look, she's adorable, look at her. Let's go back to my old reliable at this point. Dino Dino, or actually to be fair, Sky High would be good. Sky High is so much better in this game. Like, it's fun in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe enough, but like, it's... Oh, go to with the sauce, and the sauce in this case being like, I don't know, strawberry drizzle or something. Goodbye, cruel world. Yeah, the fit works. I love the Shy Guy. The Shy Guy with his little race, his little comms gear is also very adorable. If we actually start for a change, I guess we're leaving for the last couple of laps, or maybe we might actually get a free lap there. This isn't Boost City anymore. Look, there's actual deviating routes that aren't just go left. It's so good. You can also fall down and have to actually come back up, you know, make your way back up the course. Like, it's great. Like, just look at it compared. Like, it's night and day. Oh, okay. Alright then. I think there aren't 3 tracks driving distance and 1 options on the normal circuit. Right, yes, I remember that now. You're correct. So thank goodness this track's once again very good. Look, I can even go through the middle. Admittedly, you probably want a bit more speed than I had. There's actual cuts and stuff. Oh. They cooked, but not too much as to, you know, melt the ice cream, but they definitely cooked. I think I'm getting too fake looking at this. Look at it, love, it's gorgeous. Someone got me with the useless hammer item, I don't believe it. Hang on. Get janked out of it at the last second. Get Wario, please. Oh, getting janked out of it at the last second. I felt it. I just wish that my other big complaint with the ults is Yoshi gets his color ults. It's already said it for Shy Guy, but I would really benefit from them as well. Even just a color picker for pre-existing ones would be really nice. Because yeah, Yoshi, you have to play with the costume. You can't just choose a costume then a color. I also fall down here. Kinda. There you go, there is a bottom part there. I mean, this is admittedly more for free roam, but still. As a game I've been meaning to see if there's a translation of the Wii. Is it by any chance Captain Rainbow? I'm gonna just guess off the top of my head. I actually don't know what this is. Actually, there you go, here's the bottom row stuff. I think Captain Rainbow has a translation now. I'm gonna double check. So I remember looking into this kind of recently. Because I know a really interesting one is Chibi Robo, the motion control widescreen Wii port got a translation. I want to say someone was working on it. I know someone is working on it, but I'm pretty sure someone finished it. Anyway, what's the... Of course, so we're all finding it together. I say we're not. It's just me finding out. You're all probably watching the screen instead of trying to find Captain Rainbow translations. You know, I'm pretty sure it was finished. I feel like I saw it on GBA Tempo on Hacking.org at some point. If not, very close. Even made it Slider more bluegrass, I know, right? It was brought to my attention the other day, but what sick person at Nintendo went, you know what? The harmonica's gonna be the main instrument for this game. Honestly, I rate it. Give him a raise. Absolute freak, but you know, we respect him for it. And you could hardly notice there was like a difference in style change there at all. It was so natural. So by the way, people know my outstanding beef with this track, i.e. being I don't particularly like it that much in 7, and other times it's been in things they've kind of fixed it. This version's really good. That's just like a running theme of this game's track design. It's all very good. Okay, that was like an actual boost as opposed to a jump, right? That's not the way you go. I'm gonna pay the price for it, I assume. Okay. People are getting on my ass though. That's where I pay for it. Should I roll a dice? I don't even know if there's any more item boxes. Okay, there is. That was a really stupid way to throw this game, just by going in the wrong direction, but I don't know what it is. Absolutely massive crab coming through, by the way. Yeah, the changes to water are really going to alter tracks like this, exactly. Oh, okay, right, I'll give it like a couple more matches, and then 2.5 hours is a pretty solid period of time for this, so... Start view, we did do. I mean, we've done all of these. Start view is my favourite of the three. The other two are decent, but probably some of the weaker tracks in the game, in my opinion. They kind of blend together a little for me. Don't. Go away. Can I get on the... no, I'm not allowed on the binoculars when it's so close to race start. Hey, very nice. Oh, is that the Dr. PP? What a time to be alive. Just noticed that Birdo has a new bow. That's because of the costume journey. There you go. Unless that's what you kind of were referring to. It's not a character-specific thing. Whatever. punch the coins. Help everyone else out. So it's not like DK and Diddy. No, this is just the costume. I'll pick one of Birdo's other costumes in a second just to show you, if I remember. It's exclusively to go with the rest of the racing outfit, because, you know, checkered flag and all that. Stop flipping the edge. Wouldn't mind a better look. Also, I missed what the for free was. Fair. Bro. Give me a moment. Oh, could you show me DK and Diddy? Diddy's not in it. I could show you DK. Oh, that's what you meant by for free. I'm so, like, rotted by the internet. I was like, what did one of the other characters do? Yeah, no Diddy, but confirmed that they want to get Diddy in, apparently. Super Mario Bros. 2 lives on. But yeah, I can show you Donkey Kong in a second. The least ults in the entire game, for reasons. Let me straight on charge after this finishes. I don't know why this is doing that again. I was on charge for like 3 or 4 hours this evening, so I'm really confused. I mean, the Comet Observatory? Oh, yeah. That should have made me walk right. Why did that not do it? This track's another absolute banger. I mean, the track is a racetrack, but not a bad song either. Could not have happened at a better time, /S. sports section needs tilt controls? Well, guess what? You got tilt controls, you're good. That was so dumb. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it one more. So let's show these off real quick. So there you go. There's normal Birdo, and also to prove a point, there you go. There's Birdo's other vacation. Alt. As for Donkey Kong, there he is. I'm getting way more used to him, seeing him moving about in this game. And this is his one alt. He's the only character in the game with one alt. The only exception is the villains have 0, but I don't really count that. Anyway, who do I want to play as? One last blast, I guess.
Let's go, let's go.
You know, for sure, I think DK's design doesn't hold up as good when we're in like 2D images and promo art and stuff. I think that's where it really struggles. I think it's much more understandable when you look at it in the game and like you get like all this squash and stretch animation and really expressive. Like, I get it. Could just play in the one alt. It's actually a really good point. I hadn't considered that. I can see the Dandelion one was one of them. I don't think we ended up playing that in the end, so... Perfect. I'm not even pressing a button. He just continued moving forward. Oh, bye, Joe. Rip. Diddy's new design doesn't have the mono, I think, like something. I've seen the image like once, I've not paid any attention beyond that, clearly. Thank you, the velocity. It's me. Yeah, I mean, they kind of did the same with DK as well, didn't they? So... decent change, all things considered. It's just still weird to get used to, but I'll live. I'm first. DK never had... Really? You've never noticed the two of them were mismatched in that way. That's gonna haunt me now. Oh. How the mighty have fallen so far, but go on. Okay, I just never quite realised that until now, so... the more you know. Great. Cool. Yeah, something I never thought to check, Cat. Now you can rewind in some local multiplayer modes. I'm a little curious. I thought you could somewhat play the country games, right? The new country games. I've not gotten around to the original. But yeah, just hadn't quite twigged, honestly. Like one of those things where until someone points it out, I just never had a reason to look for it. Boing. 7's not too bad, I'll take it. Okay, right, with that, I think that's gonna be a wrap. It's about good. Getting hit by the Mega Mushroom is a defeat with the spin jump sound effects. Yeah, that's really satisfying. yeah, with that, I think we're good. So, I'm going to take us back to the menu. And with that, why is that a skull? But yeah, thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching. We'll be back with more Mario Kart World Online next week, probably about the same as tonight's stream. But on the off chance more people have it, then feel free to join me. The room was open the entire time, just no one who's watching has a Switch to as of right now, but things could change. So, yeah, I'll catch you all on that one. Otherwise, I'll be here tomorrow. Shroom Ridge, by the way, what a remix. I'll be live tomorrow with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, sometime hopefully between 7 and 8 PM-ish, but just keep an eye on Discord as always, !schmuck Discord, if you'd like to come and join us and get pings. Otherwise, yeah, check Twitch and I'll catch you tomorrow. Play it with you on, I'll play with you on it next year, deal. But yeah, otherwise, catch you all tomorrow, have a good one, and see you soon otherwise if not. Peace, and have a good evening.